Hey guys, how's it going? Back here with another episode of Dark Souls 3 Path of a Warrior, and this is the first kind of full episode after my introduction to turning into a Dark Souls 3 No Mercy run. Hopefully by the time this episode is out, I should have also put a Reddit post up on the Dark Souls 3 official Reddit, subreddit even, detailing the kind of rules that I'm following so other people can follow it as well, and I'll link that in the video description below. But for now, we're going to go through this next stage of the game. So we're starting on the tower on the wall, on the high wall of Lothric, where we finished off last time. And we've got lovely chain-clad Hagrid. But before we go anywhere, I'm just going to head around to this side of the bonfire, because there's a nice little item for us in a Titanite shard. And I think that's our third shard now, is it? So we've got one shard and then, one upgrade in the weapon. So that's our third shard, and we need to get 3 more to unlock the next weapon upgrade. So this bit's going to be a bit tricky because I'm actually going to have to fight both of these guys. So let's do this. Ah, shit, come on. Come on, take more. Take one for the team, Heal me up. Last one. There we go. That's that Lothric Knight down, so he's going to really fuck us up on this bit of the game. But let's just take this guy out down here. Nice quick one, and we're going to hop along here to grab the firebomb. Now, I can't actually lock onto that guy yet, but I will be able to in a minute after I drop down. So I'm still actually going to fight him because I do get within range of him. Okay, and we're going to head out of this doorway just here. There is an enemy down there, but as I say, I've not seen him. I know he's there, but I've not seen him in this specific playthrough, so I'm going to leave him be. Got this last guy who's about to pop up the ladder, I believe. Can we get a drop on him? There we go. Right, we're looking good. We've got an enemy just up here in front of us on the roof. We're going to drink up and try and... There we go, get a quick kill on him. We could have got a Titanite shard there, but I don't want to do it just yet. I'll come back for that later, because what we do want to get is a plunging attack. There we go, right on top of this guy, and get a nice little raw gem out of that. That's something we're going to use very soon to give us a little bit of an edge when it comes to physical damage in the game. We've got a crossbowman just down here. Let's see if I can get a... Probably going to fail this. Ooh, close. Let's try from here. Nope. No, not even going to try again. Let's drink that flask and let's head down here, and we're going to have to take out that guy, and there's a few enemies just behind him around the corner that we're going to have to deal with as well. I didn't want him to catch us then, but... Damn it, both of them have caught us, so this isn't good so far. That's these two down. We've got the last little hollow coming up there, and we get some fire bombs as a reward for that. There's a hollow down at the bottom, but because we can't aggro on him from here, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to take on the... Actually, before we take on the next Lothric Knight, we're going to head onto this balcony, get us some nice black fire bombs. That guy we're going to have to deal with in a little bit, but not just yet. First, we're going to go into this room, deal with the crossbowman. Pop back around here. Come on, mate. Come on. There we go. Just through here, we're going to have one more hollow. That's him dealt with. we get a Titanite shard and a couple of throwing knives. And there's a Lothric Knight just outside this door now. So we're going to have to take him on in a second. But first I'm going to try and... there we go. Smash these, get this guy, and sweet, managed to get some Undead Hunter charms. They're going to be really useful. Has he seen us? No. Shit, now he has. Has he? Go on, walk back that way. Walk back that way. There we go. Going to use this to get a few swings on him. Step back and let's get 1, 2. Can we get the last one? And there we go. Finished off the next Lothric Knight. That was quite good. Not used to taking him out that easily, so that's a really good advantage for us. Now, just through here, we've got one hollow that's going to jump out on us, and behind him, in this room, is a broadsword. Let's have a quick look at that. So the broadsword is a CD scaling weapon as standard, so pretty similar to the longsword, but this is not a thrusting equivalent. I think at base it does a little bit more damage. So straight sword with a broad blade designed for slashing. Large sweeping attack makes this effective against crowds. But we're not going to use that one for now because the sword we want is actually just over there. And we're going to go get that in a minute after we've cleared out this room below us. There's a few tactics to taking out this room, but the way I like to do it is head through here, get this guy right next to the chest, and open the chest for a quick little reward of a Silver Eagle Kite Shield. For characters that are not using parry builds, then that's quite a good weapon. Silver Eagle Kite Shield is a weapon skill shield, medium size one, so pretty decent defense. An orthodox metal shield engraved with the crest depicting a silver eagle. Medium shields are the most average of shields, providing a practical balance of damage, absorption, stability and weight. So like I said, that's a really good kind of middle ground shield for... just get a nice backstab on him there. It's a nice middle ground shield for people that are doing... Ooh, can we get this guy? No, we're not going to be able to get him. I'm going to have to drink a flash. So yeah, people that aren't doing parry builds finally get to finish that sentence. And what I'm going to do here is switch up and get some throwing knives out. I'm going to use them instead of the fire bombs to attract the enemies and bring them up here. Okay, that's the first dog down. I hate dogs, so that's good that we managed to get him. Can I aggro this guy from here? Nope. So what we're going to do is head down the stairs, throw a knife at the axe one, and get him to come up this way. Shit, shit. So, okay, he does have quite large attack windows, so if you're lucky you can, or if you're good, not really lucky, if you're good, unlike me, you can probably quick step around him, especially if you've got a dagger, and abuse those. Let's get this next guy and head back up here. So yeah, when he does a jumping attack like that, or any of his large attacks, you can fuck, shit, heal up. This is not a good position. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Just get around him, get a bag step on him, and generally you're good to go. I'm going to have to ember up here because I'm going to need some health for the next little bit. Where's the last guy gone? Okay, there's a guy down there. Is he going to come up? Yeah, we've got him. Come on, this way, mate. This way. Backstab onto this guy. And that's him finished off. Got one last enemy in this room, and it is a dog just down these stairs. He's guarding an item that we're going to want, so... There we go. That's that dog dealt with. And now we can reap the rewards of the room. So just down here, got the cell key. And this is our first key of the game. So, key to a cell holding thieves and the like. There is no shortage of brash thieves in Lothric, and these particular thieves likely scaled the wall from the undead settlement. But they are only willing to practice their thievery on the high wall for the fear of Lothric Castle. Rumour to devour men keeps them from its grounds. And that is going to get us our first shop NPC of the game. But I don't think we're going to go to him just yet. I want to get to the next bonfire shortcut before. Get ourselves an Estus shard as a reward as well. And there's a few other little bits in this room. Another Titanite shard. And I think that's it. So before we head any further, we're going to go back up to that top balcony and we're going to get the last item of this room. The last items. Because I think there's two. So if we roll through these barrels, we can head over to the item we see just across here. And get ourselves some green blossom. If we roll down again, we can get a nice chest and probably one of the best weapons in the game for most builds, the Astora Straight Sword. So this Astora Straight Sword it's descaling, it's quite bad, but it does have really good high physical damage. So if we raw infuse this, which is something that we can do from the very start of the game, it's probably better for most builds if you've got the faith required to use it, which is 12, then the majority of things up to about a 5 or plus 5 or 6 upgrade, or scaling wise equivalent to things of having about 30-40 stats with DE or CD scaling. So it's a pretty good weapon. A well crafted sword named after the ruined land Astora before its fall was a land replete with royal blood, and this weapon is both a reminder and heirloom of that era. So I think what we're going to do for now is, it's a little bit lower for us for now, so we'll keep this weapon equipped until we're out of this area, and I think the next time we get a heal, we'll go back to the Firelink Shrine and we'll use that. So you can see we've got the Winged Knight just down here. This is kind of the first relatively hard enemies of the game. I'm going to have to try and do it with no healing, which isn't going to be nice, but while he's over that side, let's drop down here and kill this hollow to get the rapier. I'm not going to talk about the rapier now, I'm going to have to kill this guy first. So if you bear with me a minute, I'm just following around to grab items. Nice pair of embers, so that's good for us when we come back, if we die to him. So, one last one, there we go, that's the Winged Knight finished off. I really like this Pyromancy build, it makes this kind of playthrough a lot better, just because I've got range from the very start of the game. We're going to head to the left up here and be careful of this crossbowman and his friend on the ledge. Okay, that's these two guys sorted out. I'm just going to head up onto this roof and grab ourselves a soul. Jump across here to get as a Ring of Sacrifice. And let's go through the items we've just picked up now. So, as I was saying before, we've got the rapier, that was it. Rapier, so that's the first proper thrusting sword that we get in the game. And this is sword similar to this than the S-Stock, which a lot of PvP characters use, and PvE as it is, because they just stun lock for a very long time. It's very R1 spammable. And also we get our first Ring of Sacrifice. So lose nothing on death, but the ring breaks. This is quite useful if you're quite far in. You don't want to lose your souls if you die. If you've got a lot of souls in you, and normally I'd sell them, but I don't think I'm going to on this run, just because it gives me that little bit of security. Or I won't sell them, and I can just, be a bit... Oh, sorry, I will sell them, and I'll just live with it. I think that might actually be better. Make the run a little bit harder, a little bit more interesting to watch, really. And we've got to deal with this ambush. Get out. Well, there's the last guy, and that's that dealt with. And we get a broken straight sword as a little bit of a reward. It's only a few souls, but it all helps. And we get the first elevator of the game, and this is going to take us back up to the first one, and I'm going to open it onto the door near that first axe wielding hollow that we found. Pick up some throwing knives, open this door, and we're going to have to deal with all of these guys here, so there is potential for us to die. Okay, that's probably the hardest enemy out of the way. But this has gone back down, which is annoying, so I'm just going to wait here to pull it back up. And then let's leave that coming up. I'm going to head right again and take out his little hollow soldier friend. Okay, we've got no healing, no mana, we're already embered. And I'm going to have to play this quite carefully, so... Shit. Crossbowman's seen me. What's he doing? He's up there. Okay. Shit. No. Come on, dog. No. Ah. Okay. Well, at least we got the shortcut open, and we can actually get our souls back quite easily, because I'm going to travel back to the first bonfire and go pick those up. So this is something I'm going to allow in this kind of challenge playthrough. You can travel bonfires anywhere anyway, so if you die it's not going to get rid of your souls, and I don't really have a problem with it. I think it's fair to do if you've already unlocked a bonfire, or kind of... We were doing that run to unlock the shortcut and we already unlocked it, so as far as I'm concerned it's allowed within the rules of the playthrough. So where are my souls? This is where I have to find them now. Ah, they're just here. Fortunately I will have to kind of clear out this area. Let's get the halberd man. Nice little backstab. And we get a tight nose shot from him. Move on to the axe hollow. Just give ourselves a little heal, and shit. Try to roll through that. There we go. So that's every enemy we've seen in this bit cleared, and we're going to head back to the first bonfire and head back to the shrine so we can switch our weapons to the Astora Straight Sword. Probably do a little bit of leveling up if we can here, and I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. Got the next set unlocked, and the episode after this is going to be the first boss of the main story, so that's going to be quite an interesting one. Let's just sell these souls, and we've got 3.8k souls, so that should be enough to go over. I think we've got a Estus shard. Yep, a lot of Estus, so we've got 4 and 2. I think that's good for now. And infusion, so we're going to get the Astora Straight Sword and Raw Infuse it, and you see it goes up to 167 instantly. So that's really good for us, and we've got 4 shards, so we can get a +1 infusion on it. Can't quite get a +2 yet, but hopefully we should be able to pretty soon. And let's get some levels while we're here.
Welcome, speak. Very well, then taken.
So let's go for... Let's put another one in Faith. That's all we can do for now. 1 point in Faith. We need 2.3k souls to get the next level.
Farewell, Ashmaiden.
Can we get that from selling things that we don't want? So 400, so 650. Not really, no. We could sell the Ring of Sacrifice. Let's sell the Ring of Sacrifice. So 250. We've got the broadsword, the rapier, and the hand axe. Broken straight sword. Longbow, not going to use that. Silver Eagle, not going to use that. That should be enough to get us 1 more level. And we're going to put that level into Vigor, just to get us a little bit more HP for this part of the game. Let's go see if our hateful friend has got anything to say.
Asking us to seek the talking truth.
No, not at this point. So I think one thing we are going to do before we leave is head back to the tower on the wall, and we're just going to go get ourselves Grey Rat, who will be useful to us. He sells, I think, throwing knives. He's basically kind of a thief assassin-y character, which I think this is kind of what we're going for. It's a bit of a kind of pyromancy supported thief, but oh shit, I did not expect that, and I nearly fell off there as well. Crap, this guy is not nice. Come on, there we go. Okay, got a heal. This is why I like this playthrough, because it's going to have to kind of risk me doing a lot of things that I wouldn't normally. Normally in a playthrough I'd just skip that guy and let him run out the door, but this time I'm actually going to have to deal with him, and a lot of enemies that I wouldn't normally on a playthrough. So down here, down below us, we've got another friend, and let's throw some pyromancers down there. Just get him in those barrels, and now we can hop down without any issue. I think he's just given us another raw gem. So that's quite nice. We've got a shortcut just there. Well, say a shortcut, a locked door that we can't access yet. For now, we're going to go this way, and be careful of this guy because he will throw fire bombs at you. Just over here we've got a few more throwing knives, and watch left. Pick up the Mail Breaker, which is first dagger that we get in the game, and it's a shield splitter dagger, so that means we can basically break through enemy shields using it. I've never really used it, never had a need for it, but for dagger builds it can be quite useful against kind of shield and spear enemies. But we're going to use the Selkie here, and we're going to listen to our friend Greyrat.
Ah. You're no jailer, are you? No, you're from far away. And judging by the bell, you must be some of that unkindled ash. Remarkable. If that's true, then I have a favor to ask. Below the high wall is a musty little town. Not the home of any lord, just a very old settlement of undead. An old woman, Loretta, lives there. Please, give her this ring. I'm not asking for charity. In fact, if you do this for me, I'll be sure to repay you in kind. I may be a petty thief, but I've more wits than most royalty. What do you say then? Huh?
And we're going to say yes. We're going to take the ring
I humbly place. I am Greyrat. Give this ring to old Loretta
and take it to Old Loretta on the high wall. So we get the blue tearstone ring from that, which has got equipment. Blue tearstone ring increases damage absorption when HP is low, and that's probably going to be quite useful for us at this time because, well, as you've seen, we're on low HP quite a lot. But let's head back up here and we'll go back to the bonfire and just say a quick hello to Greyrat before we end the episode. You can just hear the dragon fire in the background. I should have probably homeward boned, but I like running backwards. I always end up playing this like a Bethesda game and thinking that running more is going to put my stamina up, but it doesn't, unfortunately. So, travel back to Firelink Shrine and we'll meet Greyrat of the Undead Settlement, who's our first NPC shopkeeper outside of the ones we start with.
Oh, hello, you're back. And in one piece. Well, now it's time I do my part. Whatever trinket you need, speak up. Just...
And at this point, off him we can buy bleed build-up, reduction, throwing knives, fire bombs at a lower cost. We can get a few different weapons from him. A mace, a spear, a first crossbow, and a buckler, which is a really nice parrying shield. It's got used by a lot of speedrunners and it's got a really good parry window. And on top of that we can get the standard helm and the hard leather armour, which may be something we pick up in this game. I'm not sure. For now, I might pick up the thief mask because it's got kind of good all-round absorption and it's nice and lightweight. So let's pick up the thief mask.
Goodbye, Marty.
And the reason I'm keeping the pyromancer armor is because there's a bit not too much further on in the game after the first boss, which there's a lot of enemies that can cause poison and curse, and you can see that compared to this one that I've got, which is 18 poison, 13 curse, all of the pyromancer stuff generally has a much higher curse build-up. But the thief mask, it's got a little bit lower on everything else, but it's got good poison, frost and curse resistance. So yeah, I think we're going to use that for now, and I'm just going to mix up with a little bit of pyromancy. I'm going to keep the leather gauntlets, I think. Yeah, let's keep the leather gauntlets, keep the deserter armor, and that's what we're going to go with for now. So I've been Ninja Betty, and this has been Dark Souls 3. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed watching, and I'll see you again next time. Well, thanks for watching, and goodbye.